I started writing this video on election day, so I have no idea if this is going to be good. New York City, the biggest city in the world. The only place where I saw a guy call his girlfriend the cumload your mom should have swallowed. The only place where I saw a human turd outside the subway. So for such an epic city, you're gonna need a pretty epic mayor. Luckily, we have Eric Adams, the weirdest fucking guy in the country, and the current frontrunner for the mayor's seat. When he was Brooklyn Borough president, he started using a hip new invention to kill rats in a cool new way. Ecomil is a bucket of acid that you put rats into and it drowns them into a paste. For what seemed like a very long time, we gazed upon dozens of bloated rat corpses, bobbing around in this thick cocktail of death. Their clumps of fur were tinged green by the alcohol solution into which they'd been lured and subsequently drowned at some point over the last month. We were told they would not smell, and while it was not overpowering, there was definitely a smell. Eventually, the sodden carcasses were fished out with a ladle and dropped into a trash bag. They made a sad, waterlogged noise. Plop. Safe for use anywhere! Now you may be asking yourself, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And besides the fact that he speaks about himself in the third person, a fucking lot.
I'm New York State Senator Eric Adams, and for 22 years I wore a bulletproof vest. Please come and join me inside my house. What I would like to show here is to empower parents on how to search a room inside their home. You can look in the jewelry box. A jewelry box of this nature, maybe a simple jewelry box, but if you look through it closely, you don't know what your child may be hiding. For instance, a gun could be hidden, a small caliber weapon could be hidden inside a jewelry box. When your child brings in his popular knapsack with many different locations, look through it to see what exactly is your child carrying in addition to a book. Something simple as a crack pipe, a used crack pipe. Could he have found it on the street? That's quite possible. But this is a discussion piece where you should start speaking with him to find out what is he doing with it.
What's the best concert you've ever been to? Curtis Mayfield at the Wingate Concert Series. At that concert there was a rainstorm and the lights fell on Curtis Mayfield and they actually paralyzed him at that concert. He died a few years ago, but it was an amazing concert before that happened. Just so unfortunate. Apparently, the lights fell on him before he even went on stage. So, this is the front runner. He's a former Republican, a former police officer, and now he's the fucking front runner for mayor. That sucks. But what about Andrew Yang, I hear you ask? What about Andrew Yang? And you're right to be asking, because Andrew Yang might be the only human being on the planet who's weirder than Eric Adams.
Can a man keep his Timbs on?
Can a man keep his Timbs on?
Yeah, while he's fucking bitches, can a man keep his Timbs on?
Oh my, I mean, I really...
Oh, Lord.
I'm in disbelief. I think it's purely up to your partner, right? I mean, if your partner is
Consensual.
cool with it...
That's what I'm saying.
I love Andrew Yang.
He told bitches he told bitches.
Okay, actually, that's kind of funny. Oh, he said street vendors should be illegal and was endorsed by a police union? Never mind. New York City loves its bodegas! Dude, are you in a fucking Stop and Shop? Oh, I'm just gonna go hit up my local Walmart. I love my bodega. So who'd I vote for? Well, multiple people, because you could do that now. New York City is using ranked choice voting now, which means you can vote for your top 5 favorite candidates. My first choice was Paperboy Prince, who's just as cool as they sound. They're non-binary, and they're for abolishing the police. What's not to love? As my second choice, I put down Diane Morales despite her terrible unionization scandal, which just goes to show how bad the candidates are in this race. Third, I put Maya Wiley, and I left the rest blank. I considered putting Catherine Garcia fourth, because she at least seems pretty pragmatic, but she voted for Joe Biden, so whatever. Wiley seems to be the best hope for progressives, and she has some pretty good policy proposals. Universal health, creating an oversight board for the NYPD, giving direct payments to workers. It's not great, but it's a start, and it's a lot better than what Eric Adams and Andrew Yang are proposing. So yeah, I know this video wasn't informative, but I wrote it in like an hour, so what do you expect? All I know is that in a couple months, I'm gonna have a whole new guy to complain about, and sometimes that's life's greatest gift.